Aw, I like that Will thinks that, because that's exactly what I'm planning to do. Hello everyone, Guysmith here, and today we are in a brand new series. Not really brand new, so much as a sequel to an old one, but this is quite new in the fact that it's not only going to be mandated and sort of performed a little bit differently than the previous one, but also in the fact that it's in a brand new version of Minecraft with a whole new set of mods and a lot of new amazing ideas and just a new aesthetic. It's so much new and everything. It deserves its own series. It feels quite new. It's quite different than what it used to be, and I'm quite excited. Now this is MC Cubed, not really the third iteration of this, though technically I did have two previous iterations of the same series. Modded Construction, which I called MC Squared almost from the beginning, because it's Minecraft Modded Construction. MC, or MC squared, though really the way that I write it normally is not mathematically correct, but whatever. Anyway, I had the one version that I put together in Minecraft in just folders on my computer before I discovered launchers that helped a ton by creating custom profiles and everything. Then I pretty much got the AT launcher, then later the Curse launcher, which still using today. Curse launcher, been using it for a year now. Jeez, so awesome. I love the Curse launcher. Could not live without it. So useful. Anyway, I think my path is about to finish on Pixelcam. I spoke way too soon, didn't I? Anyway, oh, yep, there we go. Just as I start talking again, my path on Pixelcam ends. Don't consider this a tutorial for how to do cinematics with Pixelcam. Definitely do not do that. Because, I'm still new to this. Anyway, cam start 2 minutes and go. Alright. So basically, most of this series will be me in sort of either this cam mode, a speed build, or just me building. Now, I'm not going to be doing a ton of voiceover, so to speak, but I will be recording my voice in real time if I'm doing the camera like this, or occasionally filling in clips of just me taking good cinematics, because sometimes I have to do a lot of takes with these. In fact, I did a couple of takes with some of the ones that I did in that cinematic trailer that I released a little bit earlier. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it. I really like the turnout. Everyone can watch it, despite the fact that it has copyrighted music in it, which is pretty nice. M83, thank you for not doing that copyright block that so many people do. It is so weird. It's kind of ridiculous. It really limits the audience, but I guess that's your copyright law getting in the way of everything. Anyway, it's not like I monetize my videos, so I didn't get a copyright strike. I had to give it credits, and honestly, it's a good song. So, back to this. I want to build a castle here, and while I do have Minecraft Comes Alive, and I do have some village sort of houses set up already, I want to build one completely on my own. Now, let me begin to explain what Minecraft Comes Alive gave me from the beginning. So over here, I have the village that I have so far created. Now the first house that you can see on the right was actually spawned with Minecraft Comes Alive. When you, I guess, enter the world, you get this little item, a crystal ball, that allows you to choose your destiny and all the customization settings that normally would, I guess normally is sort of in the past, that in the past came in this one menu that came up whenever you would open up your Minecraft Comes Alive world. You're able to choose your gender, sexual preference, and also what your destiny, in quotes, is. Whether you lived in a village, a house on your own, had a kid, had a spouse, husband or wife, a kid, and yeah, So I spawned with that house, and I've customized it quite a bit since then. It was a mix of wood and cobblestone, and it wasn't all that great, especially not in this texture pack, which, by the way, is the Conquest texture pack. It actually automatically starts working with the Conquest mod installed, which is one of the many mods in my mods list. You can go down into the description and see for yourself what the full list of mods is, but here's just a few. Conquest Reforged, like I said, Biomes of Plenty, Chisel, Chisels and Bits, which is not related to Chisel, but Chisels and Bits is pretty freaking awesome. If you ask me, I've already used quite a bit of it for that one house with the red roof you probably saw, and it is very, very nice. I love how that turned out. I'm also using Optifine for shaders and connected textures, which is sort of a requirement for Conquest. I am going to have a little bit of a talk about that in a moment here. But, yeah, it is so cool. It is getting dark out, though, so... /time set day. There we go. Cheeky little time set date command. There's also better foliage, and I have a couple of mods that add tech, namely mechanism, extra utilities, and environmental tech. Those are primarily for aesthetics. I have a plan to make a sort of workshop area. Ooh, geez. I'm getting a little bit of lag here. Probably because I'm looking at the custom objects from the Conquest Reforged mod, i.e. those chairs and the tables. There's my chem path ending. It looked smooth. I liked how that turned out. And here's a little bit of a glimpse into how this all works. The little line that you can toggle on and off. Ooh. Oh yeah, I forgot. You can set it whether or not you use the curved or spline, which is basically just it's not smooth at all. It just uses those straight red lines with very, very solid corners. I don't know if it's all that great for just like full-on linear paths like this, but I can see uses for that. When you don't want to be moving in a curved path around it, you could still set it so that you focus on one point. That's a option in the Pixel Cam mod. Cam clear. Let me actually go back into this mode and just stop using the cam paths just to show you guys this a little bit. If you watch my previous series, you will probably recognize Leon. I had to edit his villager, which he was the kid villager that I spawned in with, and I also edited the villager that was my effective husband to be my actual Minecraft husband from before, Will, the librarian. Still has the same skin and everything. I have been showing people stuff. Oh, neat. Nice story, bro. Anyway, we also have another kid, if I can find him. Now, where is Aaron? I've actually had some issues with him dying. And also Leon dying once. Aaron seems to have trouble with stuff, but I think I fixed it by moving his bed away from the wall. He might have been suffocating in the wall, and that might have been it. Oh, here's Aaron. There we go. Hi, Aaron. Haha, nice timing. And of course, I feel like that's stereotypical that I would have a sensitive child, but... Okay? Interesting. I'm not even going to talk about that. I have good relationships with my kids and my husband, and I feel like I probably shouldn't try and mess with that. Here is the sort of village plot and design to some extent. I haven't fully figured it out, though I do know that I really, really love this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull it off, and my PC can handle it with all this chisels and bits stuff with this sort of very thin thing like this. I'm not even going to bother to go inside because I might as well show you guys. Oh, hello, Marvin. Just chat. I'm doing this fine. Hit my toe when I woke up, though. Aw. Sorry to hear that, buddy. This is actually his house, by the way. The house that I made for him. He and another guard named Elysia spawned probably because of myself and my 3, villagers in my family. So basically there's 1 guard for every 3 people, and that's how they spawn. I actually checked in the config. That's a thing that you can set too. And I think it's a pretty nice spawn rate. I don't want to have too few villagers. In fact, I'm probably going to have a huge village by the end of this. Don't know about my frame rate. Don't know if I'm still going to be able to use shaders. I'll probably have to install something like bullet time. I don't know if that's been updated to 1.10. Probably hasn't. I might just have to deal with a low frame rate and then speed it up in video editing so that it's actually a smoother, thing. I might also have to turn down random tick speed or something. Who knows? Anyway, let me go in here. If I can frickin' use these pressure plates. In here I have the building materials for all of this, just wooden house materials, which is more or less the material. How did that end up like that? That is weird. I have no idea how that happened. Moving on from the supernatural game buggery. House materials like this. This is the wooden house materials like what I have here. And then this is the stucco house materials like these 2 variants out here. The one more Italian villa style. I still need to figure out texture patching for Quirk, which is one of the other mods that I also have in here. So that it better befits Conquest. Sadly, they don't have very good tile roof textures that are red anyway. I do see this blue stained clay and actually I don't see anything else. Just no, I'm not using that. Anyway, this is also some general miscellaneous materials like doors and don't know why spruce fence is actually in there. The torch and item frame thing right here. I feel like that's underused, and yet it used to be overused, so now it's underused. It's kind of neglected now because it looks nice. You just have to have the right texture pack, and 3D textures especially help with that. You can see that it's 3D modeled with this resource pack, and it's so nice. I also love the particle effects. They are very, very nice. Down here I have chisels and bits stuff. Let me just grab this chisel for example's purpose. What do I have it set at? Single bit. Okay. So you can basically just edit down like this to very, very custom extent. It is a 16 by 16 by 16 cuboid of other cuboids, and you can undo and also redo, which is amazing. That's a feature that is in World Edit, and it's in very few other mods that do anything so custom like that. It is so amazing that that is in there. Also, I think this is a 1.10 feature where you can click on the signs and edit them. Thank you for finally adding that. Whoever does that. It might actually be a quirk feature. I'm not sure. I haven't played 1.10 without quirk, so I don't know. Gosh, I'm wasting time. I am just babbling on. But I'm just so enthralled with this. I've laid out a lot for this town already, so I have number 1, my house. Number 2, Elysia the Guard, Marvin the Guard, who spawned afterward. Then I have Will's Library, which I need to build pretty soon. That'll probably be my next big project, at least in this area. Then I also have another thing that I'm going to do in this village next episode. A friend wanted to be put into here, and that gave me the idea to basically put in subscribers and commenters who pretty much just want to have a villager named after them, and with possibly a specific profession and or traits. There is slight limitation with the number of skins per villager type, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a brown-haired, brown-eyed person of, say, the guard class. So, as well, I think... Oh, jeez. He just zoomed in there. I also don't think that I should be saying... Or, I don't really recommend that you have a guard be your villager. I feel like because there are going to be guards spawning for every 3 people, that I can just edit the guard to have a name. So pretty much 1 in every 4 people will be able to have a guard as their person, if they want it. Otherwise, I'll just have the default names and whatnot. So, yeah. Actually, now that I've also been... Oh, gosh. So pretty. Anyway, as I've been continuing to look at Aaron's skin, it reminds me of the one that I customized from this one skin pack in the old modded construction pack that I made for Aragon in that one inheritance cycle build with the horrible, horrible Isidar Mithram or Star Sapphire, which is... It was supposed to be a giant red jewel. I made it pink to better match Sphax. It looked horrible either way. The texture also didn't smooth out and repeat very well. I don't remember if I fixed that error or not. Yeah. Anyway, back on note of plot planning. So that is house number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. It works just like our world in terms of its numbering system, as in one side is the evens and one side is the odds. So in ascending, I guess, numeric order, the odds are on the right and evens are on the left. I'm sticking with that pattern, and it's a little bit random in terms of placement, but yeah, so this is number 6, zoned for a forge. I made the shape for pretty much a forge, and then number 7 is town hall. Oh, I almost completely forgot. This road right here down to there is called Main Street. It's the first street, so yeah. And then this is 2nd Avenue. There is no 1st Avenue. Main Street would be the 1st Avenue, but it's not really an avenue, it's a street. And yeah, so that's why that's just called 2nd Avenue. Interesting naming schemes. I want to have it all custom and pretty cool. Anyway, this forge is sort of connected to this house right here, number 6B. It's supposed to be an odd number on this side, of course, as you can see by this, but because it's connected to the forge, it's a little bit lenient, so this is just 6B. It's the blacksmith's residence. Then, over here we have a Tudor stucco row house, a Tudor row house, and then another wooden Tudor row house. This one will have a little bit more wood accents. This one probably will be a tie-in between this one and this one. Don't know whether or not it'll have stucco in it or if it'll have wood. I'm just trying to figure it out. I gave myself a little bit of leeway with that, just in terms of planning and everything. So that's why that's like that. Then, over here I have the nice Chisels and Bits wall that I sort of edited, and you can't jump over it because it's just tall enough, which I like. It will keep my villagers from running away and possibly dying in water or something, because, you know, I'm sentimentally attached, and if I do wind up having a good number of villagers named after subscriber commenters, I don't want you guys dying on me. Anyway, so another stucco row house right here, a stucco Tudor row house, a specified one, and then a Tudor row house. Don't know if it'll be wood or if it'll have stucco as well. It'll probably be more just Tudor. Yeah. So that is a little bit of the planning that I have put into my village. I'm going to expand it out this way and a little bit down this way and along there. It's going to become not a huge village, but it's definitely going to, well, for now, I don't think it's going to become a particularly huge village, but I do think that it's going to be a fairly good size. It's going to have probably 20, I don't know, hopefully 20. By 20 episodes, maybe? The villager every episode? So, what, I have 5 now? Yeah, 5. Hopefully I'll have 20 by episode 20. Or 25 by episode 25. 24. Let's plan on that. 24 by episode 20. Yeah! That's a good plan, because I'm not adding any villagers now. Anyway, going back over here to this hill, because I want to begin work on the castle that I want to build. Oh geez, like, ugh. I have a lot of wool colors just for the sake of trying to figure out how I'm going to plan this out. I am going to give a little bit of a plug to someone who gave me so much inspiration for how to do this, and also is the guy who basically showed off the conquest mod and so much of what he did. In fact, several world painter map people, the guy who I saw being one of them, I was going through some world painter stuff trying to figure out how to use it. I found out that I can't use it with Biomes of Plenty in 1.7 or 1.10 because the numbers are above 4D95, I think, is the highest number you can get in World Painter with the custom blocks, which is so weird and so annoying. And I wish that it was able to take in the actual name like Minecraft Grass or Minecraft Dirt. Biomes of Plenty, Silt Dirt, or Dirt _ Silt, I think, is probably how it would be. Alrighty, jeez. I kind of regret putting down all of this, all of this foliage and whatnot. It definitely looked better in the cinematic, though. Hello again, and this is just sort of like a little camera path. Not very little, it's 5 minutes long, but I wanted to show you the progress that I made on the castle without boring you to death on the planning. Now, I had this laid out and color-coded to some extent to sort of show the difference in what is going to be built. So, the purple is the walls. The red is the main hall. Black represents higher tier floors, and little border on the edges, especially in this little area. Now the two halls to the sides, you will notice, lead up on staircases. You will see that in a moment. Please note, by the way, the camera path goes through the walls a couple of times. It's also very laggy, so you might have to pardon that as well. So you just saw a little bit glimpse of the courtyard. It goes into that little walkway area that is not going to be closed in, but through this door the rest will be closed in to the main hall, and then here we go through the little hallways off to the sides. They lead to these two staircases that meet up in the middle. It was really clever, I thought, how I was able to get a little passageway underneath the two staircases. Now, the two staircases lead up onto this platform, and on either side to a balcony that overlooks the main hall. Now, the blue wool represents the points that a pillar will be, a support pillar. And then on the third tier, there is also a set of balconies. Behind it basically leads to a drawing room that I will have in the main hall. The two towers to the right and left of the dais are the ways up and down from the drawing room third balcony tier. The dais is represented in white. And then to the right of the dais in the hall, there are those little sort of openings that open up into the area next to the basically the edge, really. Again, part of my camera paths, they're sort of not just sort of, they're very wonky in many places. But basically this path represents the path that people would bring food from the kitchen to the main hall, where basically if there was a major gathering for whatever occasion, whether it was like a royal person's birthday or whatever. It would they would basically bring the food there. So along the walls there are going to be sort of, or I guess inside the walls more or less, there will be little walkways for soldiers to patrol in. They can walk inside and they can walk on top. Now, the area we just went through is the kitchen, and this area right here is the dining area for soldiers. Now, I've actually changed the design ever so slightly since this was filmed. I actually will now have it go into a armory above the kitchen and dining area. So it's sort of cut off a little bit higher than half of what it is now. I made it slightly taller. None of these plans are final, by the way, in terms of any sort of height or anything. Especially not this building, which I'm showing off now. This is going to represent the main houses for guests and myself and Will. This circular tower will house our room at the top, and it will probably house a lot of little utilities and whatnot. I'm really, really excited to be building this castle. It will look so awesome in the end, I'm sure. This birch forest, it's custom stuff and everything, and can't wait. Anyway, that should be this about done, so thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you want to see more episodes of modding construction. That should be it, so thank you so much for watching. One last time, and this is Guys Smith signing off. Until next time, take care. I'll see you guys. Bye-bye.